Hi, my name is John William Johnson. I'm your online health researcher, and I'm excited to talk to you about something that I've realized for a long time. So my background goes all the way back to the 70s when I worked at Valley Presbyterian Hospital and behavioral weight loss program with Dr. Bray, who was a medical doctor who worked with mostly extremely obese people. I've worked with weight loss programs for my whole life, and it's pretty common knowledge over the last decade or so that diets do not work. Okay, and why don't they work? The body has an innate intelligence. It knows from day to day what it takes to live a normal life. So you can go on YouTube and look for some of the different diets that people have used. Some are on TV, actually, the super weight loss programs that they have where the person who loses the most weight gets $1,000,000. Those people, a few years later, will be fatter than they were before. So the notion of a yo-yo diet, you've got to realize we live in a capitalist society. If you really want to program how to make the most money, you want people to lose a lot of weight, gain a lot of weight, lose a lot of weight. You make a lot of money that way. Okay? So the cells in your body have an innate intelligence. So when you go on a diet, when you restrict your calories to where you're starving, what happens in the cell itself is that it slows its metabolism down. So your body is using every single morsel of ingredient that you're taking in an optimal fashion, slowing your literal life forces down to cope with the fact that it's not getting enough to stay alive. And it'll start to actually eat away at first your fat stores and then your muscle stores. So when you go back to eating a normal diet, these cells are still in starvation mode. And so they will actually intake the fat that you eat and store that fat in a way that's different than before you went on the diet. So ultimately, when you're back to a normal, what you consider a normal, what you used to eat before you went on the diet, now your body is actually going to store more fat than it did before you went on the diet. You are worse off after the diet than you were before. And there ain't much you can do about it other than sticking with it long enough so that your body finally realizes that you are indeed not starving it. So diets do not work. And you can look on YouTube to find some of the other alternatives that we're going to talk about in terms of how to live a healthy, happy, long life. Thanks for listening.